Gaia, Mother Earth, was in agony. Uranus, her own companion, had imprisoned her most fearsome children, the Hecatoncheires and the Cyclopes, within her womb. Each passing day the pain grew inside her, and with it, her fury. Determined to free herself from this torture, Gaia devised a daring plan. For 9 days and nights, in the depths of Mount Othrys, she secretly forged a powerful weapon. Her goal? To bring an end to Uranus and find a son brave enough to help her overthrow his father. She arrives at a golden beach. Oceanus stands in the sea, gazing at the horizon. And beside him is the majestic primordial goddess of the sea, Thalassa. Tethys, radiant in beauty, is also there, serene, caressing her pregnant belly where Nile, the future river, grows, ready to be born. Gaia approaches, the weight of her fury and despair evident in her movements. As she makes her appeal, Thalassa maintains an imposing posture, indifferent to the proposal, while Oceanus and Tethys exchange discreet glances, refusing to divert from their maritime domain. The tension is palpable, but Gaia finds no allies. A heavy silence takes hold of the scene when, at last, her proposal is rejected. Desolate, she turns and departs, leaving only the sound of the waves echoing as a bitter reminder of her solitude. In a serene forest, sunlight filters through the treetops, illuminating the home of Mnemosyne, carved with precision into the trunk of a mighty ancestral tree. Gaia advances along the moss-covered path, her hope renewed at the sight of her daughter's dwelling. Upon arriving, she finds Mnemosyne seated on a stone, her gaze vacant, and her slow movements suggesting a distracted, half-mad mind. Even so, Gaia explains her mission with gestures and expressions heavy with emotion, while Mnemosyne, with apparent confusion, shakes her head in refusal. Yet behind this innocent facade lies a brilliant and calculating mind. Mnemosyne, destined to be the mother of the Muses, already foresaw the consequences and, with cunning, distanced herself from the conflict. Gaia sighs deeply and departs, unaware she has been deceived by her own daughter. At the summit of a mountain, illuminated by the first rays of dawn, she arrives with determination. The sky glows with shades of orange and pink as the sun rises on the horizon, bringing with it an aura of renewal, warmth, and hope. Theia, graceful, plays with her daughters, Eos, the dawn, whose presence colors the sky with vibrant hues, and Selene, the moon, still reflecting the pale glow of the night just past. Beside them, Hyperion smiles as he watches little Helios, whose energy shines like the sun itself. Gaia observes the family scene and approaches with hope. Yet, upon hearing her plea, Theia and Hyperion cast her kind but uninterested looks. Their focus is on their peaceful life with their children and the celestial cycle they have built together. The rejection is clear and silent. Furious and frustrated, Gaia turns away and leaves the mountain, enraged by the apathy of her children. To her, their family harmony was an insult to her struggle and pain. Under the silvery light, she approaches Phoebe, who is seated by a serene brook. The crystal waters reflect the starlight as Phoebe, with a tranquil smile, contemplates the river's gentle flow. Gaia watches her with hope. Phoebe, the wisest of the Titans, gifted with prophecy, seemed the perfect ally for her plan. The mother goddess draws near, her face laden with expectation, believing she has at last found support. But Phoebe, wrapped in her ethereal calm, shakes her head in refusal. She knew that to interfere would bring only ruin. Moreover, the weight of new life growing within her, a child of Cronus, reinforced her decision to remain apart. Gaia feels her anger rising. The tranquil waters seem to mock her despair. Enraged and defeated once again, she turns away, leaving Phoebe to her serene contemplation, while the night remains indifferent to the conflict. On the outskirts of a quiet mountain, Gaia finds Themis seated by a crystal-clear river. A golden scale rests at her side as she gazes at the reflections in the water, as though searching for justice in nature's own flow. Gaia approaches with hope, but Themis, with a gentle gesture, rejects the idea. The harmony and balance she valued would be destroyed by any action against Uranus. With a serene yet firm expression, she turns her gaze back to the river, as the mother goddess retreats in despair. In a windswept gorge, Cronus surveys the horizon beside Eurybia, a fierce and imposing figure. Thunder rumbles in the distance, reflecting the tempestuous nature of the goddess of violence. Gaia appeals to Cronus's fury, but he remains unmoved. Eurybia casts Gaia a defiant look, but even her violence cannot persuade her companion to act against Uranus. Gaia leaves the gorge as the winds grow stronger, symbolizing her rejection. In a tranquil desert, Iapetus tends a small fertile plot, surrounded by seeds that represent his future children. Gaia approaches and makes her plea, but Iapetus, peaceful and thoughtful, shakes his head. Yet his refusal provokes the mother goddess's fury. In a moment of rage, she raises her arms and curses his descendants. The clouds above darken, a portent of the fate awaiting the children of Iapetus. He watches her leave with a resigned air, accepting the weight of the curse. Finally, Gaia encounters Rhea in a blooming plain, where the Titaness tends a garden of lush plants. Rhea listens patiently to her mother, but her posture remains calm and distant. She tries to console Gaia, advising her to seek out Cronus, who might become her ally. Following this counsel, Gaia descends into the shadowy caverns of Tartarus. The atmosphere is oppressive, the stone walls glowing with a sinister light. There, Cronus emerges from the shadows. She approaches him, holding her secret weapon in her hands, ready to propose the plan that would change the fate of the Titans and of the universe itself. Will Cronus accept the challenge?